Okay guys, this is PROGRAFIX once again, and today I'm retouching this image that I came across online. So it means that I'm not a photographer for this image. And guys, please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please try your best to subscribe to my channel. And as we proceed with this tutorial, this is the actual image, and I have done some few changes to the background, so you can see over here. So guys, if you haven't watched my video on how to change the background, please go back and watch that video. Because of time factor, I want to make it short, so I have done that already, making the selection and changing the background. So I've done that already. So if you haven't watched my video on such, please go back to my videos and watch that particular video. Okay guys, let's continue with today's tutorial. So what you are going to do is I'll select this one, then select this one too, then select this one, Alt Control Shift E, then it will merge and give me this one. Now just click on my frequency separation, action. Okay, remember this number, the radius, which is 10. Okay, then stop. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'll take off the high, then I'll come to the low, then I'll come over to my brushes, then change my brush to the mixer brush, this one. Then I always make sure that I click this one so that my brush will be clean and my width will be 9 for this particular image. Then what I'll do is I'll zoom in. What I'm going to do over here, I'm going to blend the shadows with the highlights. So we do it according to how the person's face looks like in terms of the roundness of the face or whatever. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we continue by doing this. As I always say over here, when you're using the mix-up brush, when your model or your subject becomes blur, that means that the better it's working. Okay, so guys, let's go on. So where there are shadows, you that place. Where there are light, you do it. Okay, so guys, when you are doing this, you should make careful that you don't add the backgrounds to it. Okay. Okay. Okay, you can do some few touches over here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the neck. Okay. Let's come here. Let's come here. Do it well. Okay. I hope guys you are following. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to those that joined the meeting yesterday. In fact, you guys are helping to push this channel far, and I really appreciate. Okay, so there are some highlights over here, shadows here. Reduce my brush. Okay, always make sure that you have selected the low. Okay. Okay, so let's bring the texture and let's see what we have done so far. Okay, I think we have really worked. Bring this once. So on your high, if you find some spots, you can come over here, then take it off. Take it off. Then let's come to our brush again. Then let's work on it. If you have followed me for a very long time, you know that I always want my images to look natural. Okay, to look natural as it is. Reduce the brush, come over here, then paint over here, do the brush, paint over here. Okay. Let me increase the brush a little bit and work here. Okay guys, so let's see the before and after before you use the laser tool. Before, after, before, after. Okay, so let's go in and use the laser tool. Okay, we come over here, then we select here. Okay, then you come to filter, then you come to blur, then you come to Gaussian blur. Remember, use 10 when we are applying our frequency separation, so times 2 or times 3, but here I'll use times 3, which is 30. Then I come over here, I do the selection again, then I apply the Gaussian blur, then I come over here, then I apply the Gaussian blur. Okay, the same thing. The same thing. So here there's a pimple over here, so we come to the spot healing brush, then we take it out, then we come again, take our laser tool, we come here, we draw, then we apply, we draw over here, then we apply, we draw over here, then we apply, we draw over here, then we apply. So guys, let's see before. Let me zoom in so you can see what you have done. This is the before and the after, before and the after. Now for you to see if you have really blended the highlight with the shadow, you can start from the beginning, or after you have gotten somewhere, you can bring your black and white as if you are doing the dodge and bend, then you crash your reds, then you come back, you can take off the texture, or the texture can be there, then you come to the blur, take your mixer brush as if you are doing the dodge and bend, then you begin to mix it well, so where you see the highlight, you paint, where you see the shadows, you work on that. This one will give you a perfect image without you even doing the dodge and bend. Trust me. So you can see that when it comes to retouching, we don't have one way. There are always other means of doing retouching. That's why all of us need to continue on learning. Because the day that you stop learning, you must stop leading, because it's dangerous. Okay, so you come over here. Let's start small. But here, let's do it well. Okay. Let me see over here. Let's blend it well. Okay. So let's take off the black and white and see. So you can see, if you want to turn it to a melanin skin, most of the times I used to do this. You go to multiply, and guys, you have gotten something different. Then you reduce it like this. Okay. So let's bring it this way. Then what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to use this one for only the background. So I'll choose my brush, then change it to normal, opacity 100. Then I'll paint the face like this. Then I'll paint the body to out. Okay. Okay. So guys, we are done with our frequency separation. So let me group these ones together. Then Alt Control Shift E. Then I'll get this one. Then let's go and do our color grading. I hope guys you are following. So I changed the background over here. So this one will be the background. Let me capital background, so you can see. Okay, so background, we came to frequency separation. Then let's do some color grading. Color grading. Okay, so you choose your image, then you come to camera raw. Then always, you guys know I have some presets over here that I can use for my color grading. I like this vignetting, nice. Okay, I'll apply it when I'm done. Okay, so come over here, then you can see I have some of them over here. Then I can apply, but I want us to learn. So let me come to my calibrations. Then let's begin to push the blues a little bit, and let's see the saturation. I think the image should look like this. I like this one. Then let's see. Okay. Okay. So let's see the reds. No. Let me put the reds down a little bit. No. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's look at the before and the after. So you can see the before. You can see the before and the after. Over here, there are a lot of the yellows in this area, and we have crashed it a little bit, and we have brought the reds a little bit over here, so you can see. So let's click OK. So still, if you feel like your skin tone is not the best for you, then we can go on with the skin tone. So let me duplicate this one, then come over here, come and choose selective colors. Then I'll choose any color over here. Let me come here and choose any of these colors. Okay, then let me invert this one. Or before I invert, what I'll do is I'll come for my levels adjustment layer. Then I'll group this one. Group. Then I'll name it skin tone. So skin tone. So let me open this one. Then what I'll do is I reduce it like this, so that I can see what we have over here. Or secondly, what I'll do is I'll invert this one, then come and choose a color over here like this. I click OK, then invert it back like this, and come over here, then create a mask. Okay, so after I've created the mask, I click on it, then press Ctrl I, then I invert it. Then what I come and do is I'll minimize this one, then use my brush, then I start painting over here. The reason why you can't see is because I've decreased my opacity. I have changed it over here, so you can see. Since I increased my opacity and I change it to normal, you can see. So I come back so that you will see what I'm doing. Then I begin to paint, reduce it a little bit, begin to paint, begin to paint. So that's the skin tone. Oh, sorry, my brush. Back again, reduce the size of the brush, then begin to paint. Okay, come over here. We are still painting. Let's reduce the size of the brush. Then let's paint here. Okay. 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 So we are painting. Okay. increase the size of the brush here so that you can do it fast. Okay, paint here. Don't worry, those ones that have exceeded, you are going to work with that. Okay, so paint here, paint here. Let me reduce the flow a little bit. 80, it's okay. Then painting. Okay. Use a brush. Okay. So let me invert the brush, then go to where I think it has exceeded its bounds. Then we do the cleaning. Let's clean here. Let's clean this side too. This side. Clean. Increase the size of the brush, then do the cleaning. Then let's go back again, then paint here. Okay. Then paint here. It looks too dark. Okay. Don't worry. I'm going to work with that, so don't worry. Okay. Go to the yes. Okay. So come over here too. So what you are going to do is you are coming over here, then we change the to color. Then we change its color, guys. You can see what we have gotten over here. Sometimes you can change it to soft light. But this time around, we are changing it to color. Then we come to our adjustment layer over here. Then we will begin to adjust between the highlights, the shadows, and the midtones. So let's push this one a little bit. Okay. Okay. So we press on the Alt to divide this. Alt key. Okay, it's not even dividing with the output. Okay, I think this one is okay. Okay. So before, after. So you can see that you have done a lot of change. Then what you do is you are not going to maintain it like this. Let's reduce the opacity small. Okay, let's reduce the opacity of all of them. So let's come down a little bit like this. Now see before, after, before, after, before, after. Okay, so that's the skin tone, but still there's a lot of shadows in this particular image. So let's press Alt Control Shift E. Then we come to filter, then we go to camera raw. Then over here, let's push the shadows so you can see like this. Push the shadows. Then let's bring the highlights down a little bit. Then let's bring the whites down a little bit. So let's look at the before and the after. So guys, you can see the before and the after. So our next step before we do whatever, our dodge and bend or whatever, let's click OK. Then come here, we go to selective colors, we go to the blacks, then we push it down up a little bit like this, so you can see it shouldn't be too much. So +2 will be okay. Then let's do that again. Now because of space, let's group all. How guys you are following, so you can see the before of this image and where you have gotten to so far. So let's go to the camera raw. Then what we are going to do is we are going to push what you are going to do is you are going to push the oranges down a little bit, like this, -9. So let's look at the before and the after. Okay, so good. So from here, let's do our dodge and bend. Then we do the eye whitening. Then we bring this tutorial to an end. Okay, so let's do our dodge and bend. We come over here, take our curves, we bring it down like this. Then we name it bend. Then we bring our curves over here again, then we pull it up like this. Then we name it dodge. Okay, sorry, it's 1D. Name it dodge. Then let's group it. So group, bring it down. Then you come and choose the black and white over here. Then you crush it down like this. Then you come to the bend. But before you come to the bend, we have to invert also. Control I to invert. Control I to invert this one too. So you bring your black and white. So wherever you see the shadows, you bend. So over here, we put our opacity to 9. Then we turn the differences to normal. Guys, take note of it. Sometimes it might be interrupted. So let's begin to do our bending here. But when it comes to the dodging, I'll not spend much time on the bending here, just because I will be using the glue. Sorry, the dodging, I'll not be spending much time on the dodging because I'll be using the glue to do my dodge. Though I'll be dodging, but I'll not dodge it intensively. Okay, I'll not dodge intensively. Bend here. Okay, so let's see. So you can see. So over here, let's come to the dodge. I'll do it lightly. Then come over here. Do it lightly. Over here. Do it lightly. Here too. Come here too. And here too. So you can see. Okay. So what I'll do is take off your black and white. Then let's look at the before and the after. Before, after, before, after. But I'm going to add this one to it. Then I come to multiply. So with the multiply, I'm going to bring it down like this. So this one, it looks like as if I have not retouched it. I've not done the dodge and bend, but I have done it. If you take it out, you see. But this is how I do my dodge and bend. So I reduce it to 5. Then what I'll do again is I'll come to the glue, choose the glue. Okay, stop. Then I'll come again and choose my black and white. Okay, bring it up here. sorry. So I'll choose my black and white. Yes, bring it up here. Then I'm going to crash the reds as usual. Hide this. Then I come to the glow. I increase it to 100%. The flow should be 80. Then I begin to apply the glue. So guys, you can see, though it will be harsh, but I'll use the opacity to tone it down a little bit. Okay, so you can see. Okay, let me do it over here. Round it over here. Then you can see. So come over here too. The impression should be low over here. Something like this. So guys, okay, the impression over here should be less. Let's go it that way. Okay. So the eyes. Okay, let's come over here a little bit too. Okay. So let's look at the ears too. Let's do some small. Okay, with the light impression. Impression shouldn't be high. Okay, then let me zoom in and work on the earring over here, the nose ring. Okay, this one is nose ring. Okay, so let's take off our black and white. Then what we are going to do is we are going to lower the opacity of the glue, or better still, you add the black and white over here, then multiply again, then reduce the opacity like this. I think 1 is okay. So let's see. Okay, so you can see the glue working over here. So let's reduce the glue a little bit. Then what you are going to do next is we come over here, then bring the hue and saturation, then we push the hue and saturation up like this, so that we can make the lipstick and the makeup, some parts of the makeup also pop up. So we come to invert, then let me zoom in, then increase the size of my brush, the flow 80-100%, then we paint over here, so paint over here, paint over here. Okay, then we paint also the lips. So from here, our last stage, but not the least, because we are going to do a little bit of sharpening to this image. So from here we are going to the teeth and eye whitening, then we are done for this particular tutorial. Okay, so you can bring it down a little bit like this. Let's see the before and the after. So I think it's better now. Then what you do is let's group it again, group all, then let's look at the before and the after. Before, after, before, after, before, after. Okay, so let's go to the have it over here. So eye enhancer. Okay, let it finish. So continue, and let's stop over here, go on, then let's come to the enhancer. So let's begin to paint like this. So paint, okay, let's paint like this, okay, paint over here too. Reduce the size of the brush, and let's paint, okay. Then let's come to the eye sparkle, paint like this, then come over here, the iris, let's do it this way, okay. Then let's come to this eye, then let's choose this one. Let's paint from here, reduce the size of the brush, okay. You do likewise, come over here, sparkle, then come to the iris color, you increase the iris color. Okay. So let's zoom out and let's see what you have done so far. The iris color is too much. Let's bring it down, 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 down. Okay. And let's bring the enhancement also down a little bit. And then let's bring the sparkle too down a little bit. Okay. So that it will look natural. Okay, so let's take the enhancement out and see. Okay, so still it should come down, so let's see if yes, I think this one is okay for the sparkle. Then let's go to the teeth, whitening, continue, stop. So let's zoom in, then begin to paint like this, reduce the size of the brush, come over here. So guys, I've taught on how to do teeth and eye whitening manually using the camera raw. So if you haven't watched that video too, you can go back and watch that particular video. Okay, so that is that. Paint here, paint here, paint here. Okay, I think it's better now. So the last but not the least that I'm going to do, let me group this, Ctrl Alt Shift E, then let me go back to the camera raw, over here. Then I'll come over here, then I saw some vignetting over here, so normal light. Okay, so I think this one is okay, the light one. So let's look at the before and the after over here before we proceed, so you can see just added some kind of variation to the, let's see the medium. Oh, the medium too is not bad. Heavy, oh no. Okay, medium, light. Okay, let's try the medium and see. So if you want to adjust that, you have chosen the medium. You want to adjust that, you come over here so you can see. If you think it's too much, you can bring it down and increase it a little bit. It was at negative 20, so let's take it there. Okay, then the roundness, a further 50. Okay, so let's see the roundness. Okay, I think it's okay. Is it giving us some banding? Okay, so you can see, you just click OK for this particular one, and guys, you can see that we have done a whole lot of work on this particular image. So the last thing that I'll do is I'll duplicate this image, and then come to filter, go to others, then I come to high pass filter, then I come all the way to, I think 3.7 will be okay. So this one, let's name it Sharpening. 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 So you change the blend mode to either highlight, depending on how you want to see it, either highlight or vivid light or linear light or pin light, but I mostly want soft light. Or let's choose hard light, then we can reduce it if we feel it's too much. So let's reduce it. So let's see before, after. Okay. So let me select. So let me group this one like this. So guys, let's see before, after, before, after. So guys, if you have found this video to be helpful, please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel so that I can bring you more tutorial. So before, after, before, after, before, after. Friends, so guys, if you find this video to be helpful, please just press on the subscribe button and press on also the notification bell, that anytime I do my videos you'll be notified. Thank you very much and have a blessed day, and remember, it's PROGRAFIX. Bye bye.